From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Another guilty plea out of the 5 suspects arrested in connection with last year's death of 12-year-old West Yellowstone boy James Alexander Hurley. The latest on the case and the last suspect remaining.
These are soon-to-be places to call home. I'm John Shearer in Yellowstone National Park, and coming up I'll explain how new housing for park employees could benefit park visitors.
Well, happy Tuesday, Southwest Montana. 6:30 with the smoke continuing in the air for a little bit longer, but the winds of change are blowing.
They definitely are. Our temperatures will be a touch cooler today. That's positive. We're looking at rain showers, but the real cool air mass moving in tonight, and that likely will do a couple of things. Hey, bring us that cooler air and some rain showers. Maybe sweep some of the smoke out of our skies. Yeah. 50s for most of us, 64 in Ennis, 41 in West Yellowstone. Our chance of thunder showers this afternoon is apparent, but it's not looking like we're going to see a lot of active severe weather. We may see some gusty winds, much like some of those storms yesterday. Nothing really hitting severe criteria, but our big rain chances really developing overnight. Temperatures still into the 80s, but cooling quickly as you go into the afternoon and evening. Hopefully we can get some clear air in our skies as we head into the next few days. I'm going to break that down for us coming up in a little over 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:31, our top story this half hour. Within the last week, more developments in the case of 12-year-old James Alexander Hurley, who was found dead in his grandparents' home in the early months of 2020. Now the West Yellowstone boy's grandmother, the last of 5 defendants left to have her day in court. TN's CODY Boyer breaks down the case with prosecutors to see where it stands this morning.
The weeks following February 3rd, 2020, which feels so long ago now, were all spent here for many, including myself, at the Gallatin County Law and Justice Center, where this pile of court documentation that started to accumulate back then has only grown. Now, just last week, James Sasser Jr. pleaded guilty to that charge and 2 others, tampering with a witness and criminal endangerment, with prosecutors recommending a combined 120 years in prison at his November sentencing. That means all who remains to be adjudicated now: Patricia Batts, grandfather James Sasser Jr., Uncle James Sasser III, Aunt Madison Sasser, and Sasser III's friend Gage Roush have either been sentenced or, in Sasser Jr.'s case, awaiting sentencing. Patricia Batts, Hurley's grandmother, remains, facing counts of deliberate homicide and more. Batts faces the possibility of the death penalty, which, if carried out, will be the 4th in the state of Montana since the Gregg versus Georgia decision in 1976. Court documents show that detectives found Hurley on the floor of the home with signs that someone used vinegar to clean up large amounts of blood nearby. Then detectives say they found videos involving Batts routinely abusing the boy during his 2-year stay with them. And as of now, Batts' trial is set for May 2022. Prosecutors remind that Montana is one of 24 states that allows the death penalty, with the last execution in the state dating back to 15 years ago in 2006. Now, as always, we'll continue to follow this case closely as that trial date approaches next summer. In Gallatin County, CODY Boyer, MTN News.
Thank you, CODY. James Sasser Jr. sentencing, by the way, that hearing scheduled for 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, November 9th. In other headlines, the National Park Service building new houses in Yellowstone. MTN's John Shearer explains they're not just houses, they fulfill a long overdue promise.
Since his first days on the job, Park Superintendent Cam Shully has promised to get better housing for employees, and now it's happening. In fact, you can see some of the ones that are under construction right over here. We can't really get any closer because this is an active construction zone. You can see some more of the new homes right over there. Now, the very fact that these structures are being built means a lot to people who work in the park.
When you talk to employees about what means the most to them for park housing, being able to be in the park and in the resources is one of the top values.
And who wouldn't want to have the famous thermal areas, waterfalls, and wildlife right outside your back door? But you certainly want to have that back door lead to somewhere livable.
The heat would run constantly because there's a lack of insulation inside the building. You could hear little friends creeping around in the walls.
I want these employees, these team members to really have a comfortable off-duty life and a work-life balance. And that's hard to achieve if you're living in substandard housing.
Grossman says a big house isn't so important, but she says it should be well maintained, have storage space for the outdoor gear her family uses in the park, and it needs good digital service.
And they want to be able to do for kids to do homework is really important, and for spouses or partners to work remotely.
Now that's all beginning to happen. This is what those new units are replacing. 64 mobile homes from as far back as the 1960s, and another 20 modular homes that were too worn out to be refurbished. That's 84 new homes for park workers so far, but it's only a start. There are 445 housing units in Yellowstone, serving about 400 full-time employees and 300 to 500 seasonal workers. Many more units need replacing or refurbishing.
I think Yellowstone is a great example of where we have invested a significant amount of money over the last 3 years. And we're committed to that program and meeting that 5-year goal of eliminating poor housing in the Park Service.
But not all park workers live in the park. Many have homes in so-called gateway communities like Gardner and West Yellowstone.
20% or so are eligible to retire in the next 5 years.
But many of them live in those gateway communities. Now, look what has happened to those home prices in just the past few years. Zillow shows this tiny one-bedroom, one-bathroom house in Gardner at $499,000. A two-bedroom, two-bath for $640,000, and a three-bedroom, two-bath for $750,000. In West Yellowstone, three-bedroom, two-bath homes are shown at $525,000 and $595,000.
An employee on a $60,000 salary, how are they going to afford a $650,000 house?
Scholey says that puts even more pressure on the park to develop good housing for employees who have nowhere else to go.
It's not just a place to hang your hat, it's a place where you can call it home, even if it's just for 6 months. It's comfortable, and it also feels like it's been well kept.
The work on these new homes is just the start. Also on Scholey's list is upgrading some of the historic housing here in Mammoth because some park employees still live here. In Yellowstone National Park, John Shearer, MTN News.
Now, John tells us in addition to the new houses, the Park Service is using money from the new Great America Outdoors Act to rehabilitate the Laurel Dormitory at Old Faithful into apartment units. Well, all you have to do is breathe. It's a phrase that holds true for this boss babe you're about to meet. It's a motto for life, and as a business owner, finding her center amid the pandemic. MTN's Holly Brantley has this rebound story.
Finding freedom in the flow. It's something Bailey Evans said meant so much to her, she had to share it with others. Now this 32-year-old boss babe says she's lucky enough to do it every day as owner of Ecom Yoga on Bozeman's Main Street.
Full breath, inhale. Open mouth, exhale.
Bailey Evans says this is her calling.
Knee to nose, exhale, shift the weight forward.
Helping others find the peace that comes from practicing yoga.
Breathe.
She opened Ecom in May of 2017.
Teaching it's such a gift. I'm the only person I know who can go to work in a bad mood and leave work in a better mood than I got here. This is absolutely what I'm meant to be doing. There's no question.
She says a passion for moving her body in spite of what some might see as a setback ultimately led her to yoga.
I was interested in fitness basically from when I was just the littlest human. And then my senior year of high school, I had to have a fully fused thoracic spine, so 13-inch rods were put in my spine. And I asked my doctor what was I supposed to do to prepare for that, and he said get a really strong core and do a lot of yoga.
Bailey has scoliosis and had to have extensive work.
I have 13-inch rods, two 13-inch rods on either side, 18 screws and 4 bars in my spine.
She says she first found yoga to heal, to relieve physical tension, and later she discovered the mental benefits.
You know, when you're stressed and everything feels loud, and at least that's how I describe it, it got quiet. And so the practice was the only thing that would take me from that really loud, heightened, high gradient state into a lower, calmer state.
She took her first class at age 17 and taught her first class at age 20. She says the next step became obvious.
You know, I got on the mat because it made me feel physically better, and then you start to notice all kind of the mental aspects start to click into place, and eventually I just got to the point where it felt somewhat irresponsible to not share that knowledge.
That was just over 4 years ago. She opened the studio at age 28.
And so first step was figuring out where I wanted to put it. Once we landed on Bozeman, I got an architect and a contractor, and I started looking at a bunch of spaces downtown. I was positive I wanted to be downtown and be a part of, you know, the tight-knit Bozeman community. And I eventually found this space and we gutted it. We spent 12 months just ripping this place to shreds and then building it to this.
She says turning the dream into a reality was possible because she has a great support system, including her sister Sawyer, who helps her run Ecom. She says that along with her studio family made it possible to not only stay alive during the pandemic, but to thrive.
And so it was, I mean, instant. We have to adapt, so let's adapt. So we got shut down on the 18th. The 18th at 9 a.m. we released our first live stream video. So it kept everyone connected, and then we had a Facebook page for the Ecom students, so everyone was able to continue interacting with each other.
Now, with the restrictions lifting, she says there's even more excitement among her students and staff.
It feels like coming home.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so great. I can't tell you how happy I am when I'm sitting behind the front desk and all of the students who have all become friends over the years are in there chattering just like they are right now. Right. It's just such a good feeling of knowing that everybody's in that room, everybody's safe, and we're all okay.
When she's not in the studio, you'll likely find this fitness enthusiast in the gym or out in the mountains of Montana, hiking, running, and spending time with her dog. She says if she has a secret to success, it's following that inner voice that tells you when something is right, sticking to what feels natural and what feels like breathing.
I'm really serious when I say this is it for me. I can't imagine dedicating my life to anything else.
Now she looks to the future. Bailey just wrote a manual to train teachers, and yes, she may even open more yoga studios in the future. She says she knows yoga can be scary, but that's one of her goals as a studio owner, to make yoga a comfortable place and experience for everyone. For MTN News, I'm Holly Brantley.
By the way, if you're wondering, Ekam, it's a Sanskrit word that means one. Nicely done. Time for a quick break here on Montana This Morning. When we come back, consumers not happy about the state of the economy, but will that stop shoppers from spending? We'll take a closer look. But first, here's what's ahead at CBS This Morning.
Good morning to you. Ahead on CBS This Morning, we're inside Kabul as thousands desperately try to flee. We'll speak to former National Security Advisor General H.R. McMaster about the Taliban's rapid takeover and how we got here. Plus, are COVID booster shots coming? We'll have the latest on who may qualify and how it could be different from the original vaccine. An Oscar and Grammy winner, her name is Jennifer Hudson. There she is. We'll be here at the table to talk about playing the Queen of Soul in the new Aretha Franklin biopic. We'll see you 7 o'clock straight up.